Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, whichever one it is. I'm very happy to have you around for this video because this is a good one. So the other day I was on YouTube flicking through and I came across this video by Katie Robinson. I'll put the screenshot in here, and it kind of like inspired me to do my own version of it because I've kind of been doing it without thinking. What I'm gonna do is share like my January/February kind of like, you know, these last kind of few slugs of like the winter months, because as I'm recording this it is literally the, what date is it? Oh, it's like the end of January basically. I think we've got like less than a week left. I've been collating this like board, and obviously, you know, some of it's inspired by Valentine's Day, of course, which is coming up, and I'm going on like a holiday to Barcelona, so I was gonna make like a styling video for that, but then I thought maybe I'll just do this instead because that's kind of like what half of the Pinterest board is inspired by. Also gonna show things that like I managed to find on Vinted. I was gonna say Depop because I think she found stuff on Depop, but I don't really use Depop that much anymore. Anyway, with all that being said, let's jump onto my Pinterest. I do feel like Princess and the Pea today. I'm like sat on 3 pillows so that you can see me. Okay, so let's delve into the Pinterest board. I'm just gonna like scroll through and just pick out some bits. Obviously I do have some Valentine's Day bits on here. I need to get some pipe cleaners, but like specifically red and pink ones, and like please tell me why it's really difficult to get just one colour or 2 colours of pipe cleaner. Right, okay, so this is a big one. So I have been looking at loads and loads and loads of like denim mini skirts because I don't know what's happening, but I think, so you know how like the long denim skirt or the midi denim skirt had its like revival last year? I think it's time for the mini skirt again this year. I don't know what, I just like, I don't know, I feel that that's gonna be like a big trend this year. I know that like denim and denim mini skirts, midi skirts, whatever, they never really go out of style anyway. I actually didn't have a denim mini skirt. I was definitely pinning like all of these outfits with the thoughts of, okay, I'm gonna go on Vinted and find myself a cute little denim skirt. I also have like denim jackets saved on my Pinterest, which is really weird because I don't think I've worn a denim jacket for like years, like probably since college or like the first year of uni. It's one of them things that doesn't go out of fashion, but I've just not been gravitating towards denim jackets recently. I've been saving a lot of like denim bomber jackets. I really did find like the cutest denim bomber jacket on Vinted. I'll share a screenshot if it's not been sold, and I do keep thinking about it, but I'm also like, I really do not need another jacket. Plus I don't know how long I'll be in this phase of like wanting to wear like a denim jacket again. So another thing, I do love my skirts, so I've been saving like a lot of graphic skirts and a lot of graphic tops as well, like kind of like statement graphic prints. Over like the past few like recent years, we've had very, what would the word be, like micro trendy graphic prints, and I'm not into that. I'm into like what is she called? I think she's called like Amelia M or something like that. I'll try to throw up some pictures of it as well if I can, but basically she does like really cool graphic printed t-shirts of like DJ techs and like things like that. Really like, I think it's her reign. They do, or she does, I think it's just one girl, like she does like really cool graphic printed stuff. I think it's that kind of like Y2K vibe, but like mixing it with like a modern sort of printing aesthetic without making it very like micro trendy. All like really badly for like micro trends. Like I used to get sucked into it like when I was at uni, and some of my outfits when I was at uni, I'm like looking at like, oh my god, but at least you get to see the development. Nails on there as well, obviously Valentine's Day nails, books. We're not gonna go through all that. This is more of like a fashion and aesthetic sort of video. The next thing on here that I have a lot of is like little mini scarves and like clunky jackets mixed with, or like oversized tops, jumpers mixed with those mini denim skirts I was talking about, and big boots. Like that is like something that I'm really into at the moment, which is really weird for me because I don't think like I've ever really been into the short small like, you know, skirt mixed with like the big boot and like the big tops. I'm usually like just big and big like everywhere. Like I love a big oversized like voluminous trouser, wide leg, like, you know, kind of gives you like a nice shape, and then like a big oversized t-shirt or a big oversized jumper. I think at the moment, like I said, like I am going on holiday to Barcelona in literally like a week's time, which is just crazy. It's flown by. But yeah, and it's kind of, I was like kind of looking up the temperature in Barcelona, and I was like, oh my god, it's not as cold as I thought it was going to be. So I'm hoping it stays that way by the time that we get there. I think I love my leg tattoos more than my arm tattoos, which kind of sucks sometimes, because obviously like your arms are on display way more than your legs are. I love my leg tattoos, and I don't think I could pull off what I've got on my legs on my arms, if that makes sense. They get a little bit left out, let's put it that way, because obviously always cold here, like they're never really out. There'll be like a few days in summer when they're out, and even sometimes in summer I don't like wearing like short skirts and shorts and stuff. So I don't know, I'm kind of like digging the vibe of it now. Seeing a lot of ladies on my Pinterest and, you know, on like across all my socials that have got tatted legs and tatted arms and are like showing it off, and I'm just like, damn, like I do love me a wide-legged trouser, you know, but I also need to like get my legs out. Like I paid good money for some of these tattoos. I think I'm just like mixing it up a little bit for January and February. It may seem weird that this is like a January and February board, because obviously I'm based in the UK and like the weather is, I'd say it's probably like around 10 degrees. But again, I'm keeping in mind that I am going on holiday for like, you know, a few days. So I think this is like what's really inspiring the board. Another thing that I have saved quite a little bit of is like cords and two-piece kind of outfits. It makes you look a little bit more put together. So you're always wearing like a two-piece, you're always wearing a cord, unless you're wearing like a dress, I guess, but your outfits are always based of like a top and a bottom. But there's something about when they're like perfectly matching. But lastly, the last two kind of like overarching themes that are on my Pinterest board, one would be like coloured details. So obviously the red thing is like a big thing at the moment. A trend that I do actually quite like is just matching, like having like a darker outfit or like a one-tone sort of like beigey or whatever outfit, and then having some pops of colour. I have noticed that it's like my accessories more than anything that I wear like colourful ones of. And I think what's really stylish and what I've got a lot of on this Pinterest board is matching like your accessories. So for example, like with the red thing, like matching a red bag to some red shoes or some red socks or some red bows in your hair. Like one accessory to another, or maybe like 3 accessories together, I think just pulls like your outfit together. The difficulty is with that is that you do need to have like multiple accessories of loads of different colours, but what I do think helps is that you don't need loads of outfits of different colours. Like you don't need a red top and red trousers and a red jacket, because you can just buy like accessories. Not that you even need to buy, you probably already have these in your wardrobe. It just reminds me like what we do with jewellery. So like you'll have like your gold jewellery, you'll have your gold bracelet, then you'll have your gold necklace, your gold earrings, and I don't know, like you kind of look more put together, don't you, because you've got all these like matching things on the go. Although I do love a good mix and match of jewellery. I do think that when I'm looking at all these pins, I'm looking at this and thinking, what is ultimately making these girls super fashionable? And I think that's what I've noticed that a lot of them do, is just match their accessories. I've been sleeping on accessorizing so much. There's so much to learn about it still. Like I thought accessorizing was just like jewelry and a belt, but no, there's like a whole science behind it, and these Pinterest girls know what they're doing. Okay, they are cooking up some chemical reaction with these accessories. And then lastly, what I would say that I noticed a lot of on this Pinterest board and all the pins that I've been saving recently is I've noticed that I really enjoy the mix of like, you know, like the bow trend and like the coquette, whatever it's called, trend, which by the way, I actually made a little bow top in summer. I had like this stained top from Zara that was mascara stained, and I was like, how will I cover this up? So I made little bows out of, you know, the things that you clothes are held up with on hangers. So I cut some of them out, some of my clothes, and then I made some little bows with it and then sewed them onto that top. And I just thought, wow, this top is super cute. And I'm not gonna lie, like that was before the whole bow trend popped off. Not me sat here thinking that I've like invented bows, okay. But what I've noticed is that even though I may not be fully like on board with like the whole coquette and like you know, loads of bows and frills and whatever sort of trend is on this board is I really enjoy the mix of that sort of trend and like the girly, like fluffy, flowy, fairy sort of trend mixed with like a leather jacket, big leather boots, big fuck off sunglasses, mix of like cool girl and maybe, I don't know what the aesthetic would be, but like, I don't want to say grunge because I don't think it's grunge, I think it's just leather jackets and leather boots, but you know, like kind of two mismatched aesthetics, which isn't like an uncommon thing. Like, I'm talking about this as if it's like this new like thing, girl, is that I really enjoy it at the moment, which again is just different for me because usually, you know, I kind of stick to like, I enjoy loads of different styles, but I kind of style myself based on one style for that day. So yeah, so that's the rundown of my Pinterest board. And now I'm going to give you a rundown of the things that I found on Vinted. So I found loads of amazing like mini denim skirts on Vinted. Again, I think a mini denim skirt or a denim mini skirt, why am I saying it like that? One of the easiest things that you can find thrifting or secondhand on Vinted, Depop, charity shops, wherever you prefer to shop for secondhand. Obviously it's just always been a trend, it's always been around, especially like if you're looking for the Y2K sort of low-waisted, there is a ton of them on Vinted, girl. So anyway, I found this amazing Gap mini skirt for £1. Yes, a literal pound, £1. I then also, like not long ago, I bought this denim mini skirt when me and my mum went to Manchester, and I bought it from the British Heart Foundation charity shop, and I tried it on in the Primark because there's no changing rooms in the charity shop, but I'm not convinced about the fit of it, so I don't know whether I'll keep it or whether I'll sell it, to be quite honest, because on the day I was like, yes, this fits, like this is really nice, but then I've tried styling it since and it's just the way it comes out a little bit, but I don't know, maybe we'll try again. Anyway, so I was kind of looking for a more, I don't know, maybe one that had a little bit more something to it. Found another really amazing denim skirt for £3 on Vinted, and it's from M&S, and the quality is really good, so I had to cop that. Speaking of skirts, I found this really amazing kind of printed graphic lip skirt. It's like a maxi skirt. I'm not sure what the brand of it is, to be quite honest. I'd have to double check it, so when I try it on I will let you know what the brand is, but it's just really interesting, and it also had like that little bit of red, so I thought, okay, maybe that would be like quite interesting to pair with some red pieces that I found, which were this beautiful red tote bag for £3, and then this beautiful red scarf for £1. Now I'm not too sure about the actual shade of red or the tone of red, but I'm gonna try it on and we'll have a little look how it all kind of goes together. Now, I also was searching for so long for this cord, and I was really struggling to find one that, you know, kind of fit everything. There was a lot of oversized cords, but none that were both long sleeve top and long sleeve trousers, but I thought long sleeve trousers, wide leg trousers, girl. Managed to find one, and this seller was selling it for £12, which I think was really good because I saw another seller selling it for £20, and this seller actually had my perfect sizes, so it was 10 on bottoms and 8 on the top. So I bought that, and we'll try it on and we'll style it and we'll see what I feel about that. That was it from Vinted of what I got. There's some honorable mentions as well, of like some sunglasses that I found, some like mini kind of vintage look sunglasses, which I think again were only a couple pound. I'll try to include the screenshots if I've not lost them in all of my favorited items. I do have a pair of sunglasses that I really like, and that I just tend to wear those. Not many glasses suit this big old face, so I was kind of concerned that if I bought a pair of like, you know, really small square rectangular sort of glasses, they wouldn't suit me and I'd be like really annoyed. So for sunglasses, I think I need to try sunglasses on in person, so maybe I'll find some cool ones in Barcelona. Really amazing bags and accessories and leather jackets I found as well, but I've just not bought any of them. You guys know what Vinted is usually like. You see something you like, you kind of have to, you know, I like to give myself like an overnight sort of think about it, and then if it's not there the next morning, it's like it wasn't meant to be. But if you see something that you really like, you do genuinely have to go for it. It's crazy how quick things get taken on Vinted now. Did buy some things not off Vinted, and that was a jacket off Urban Outfitters, and that was purely inspired by, you know, a lot of those pins on my Pinterest board, and Shaw Michelle on TikTok as well as YouTube. She recently bought this jacket off the Urban Outfitters sale, and I managed to snap it up as well, and I was so chuffed with it. Bought 2 pairs of like biker boots, because again, you would have seen so many of those on that Pinterest board that I was just showing. So I bought myself 2 pairs of them, and they were from Pretty Little Thing, I think, but what's happened is they've arrived and they are too small for me. I have size 5 wide fit feet, so sometimes I'm a size 6, sometimes do you know what, the perfect size for me would be a 5.5 wide foot. They do not cater towards thick foot women or thick calf women as well. I was just looking for some oversized kind of like, not knee, but kind of like mid-length boots, and yeah, I found like the perfect ones for on Misguided, and then bought them. They arrived, they're way too small, so I'm having to go and trek and send them back today actually. And then they were on the sale, and they've already gone back up to like the £58 that they were originally when I bought them for like 20 each. So yeah, they're not getting bought. Instead, I found some which are the exact same on Ego. I'm worried that I should have ordered a size 7 in the Ego ones, because I'm not gonna lie, the size 5s I could barely get on my feet, so I'm worried that a size 6 isn't gonna be a size up big enough. But you know when you've just never bought a shoe or a size that big and you're kind of in denial? Like, you know I can gain weight, so when I'm buying like a size 12 like trouser or something, I'm like, okay, cool, but no way have I gained that much footage that I'm gonna be a size 7 now all of a sudden. Do you know what I mean?